Good afternoon. My name is Niko House, host of the political radio show Mikasa. Sukasa, and I urge you all to join our One Follow $1 campaign where we show the mainstream media that we no longer need them and that we will invest in our independent journalists. You can join by going to the Patreon link below. And thank you all for those of you who have already donated. We greatly appreciate it. Every donation counts. You see, we got a new iPad. I do a lot of my video editing on here now. This is going to allow me to edit my new clips and skits that I've been doing. I have a few more coming out in the next couple of weeks. I hope you all enjoy them. Now, here's the news. This is once again another, in my opinion, a bombshell story that kind of went kind of AWOL in the media and in independent media thus far. Now, essentially, as we know, and that's been kind of proven, that anybody who has tried to stand in the Clintons' way or in the Democratic Party's way in the past has lost their jobs. Some people would even say have lost their lives. In fact, there was someone who did a mathematical study that said the probability of this many people dying that have worked for Clinton in some capacity, or worked for one single person or entity in such a capacity, dying before their time, if you will, is like 100 billion to 1. Like it's not possible. So like, we know that there is some type of connection. Whether she was involved in it directly or not is, you know, anybody's guess. However, people do disappear, people's jobs disappear, people become shamed, people get fired. You know, that's reality. And yet we're seeing this once again. So as was reported in Newsweek, a former National Security Inspector General claimed Tuesday that his job was threatened by Hillary Clinton's campaign over her private email server investigation, and that there was a coordinated strategy between Democrats, the State Department, and the campaign to downplay the probe's findings. Now, some people may think this is absolutely and utterly ridiculous, except for James Comey, under oath, has already said that the whole reason that they called it a probe instead of an investigation was specifically to downplay the seriousness of the charges that were about to be brought against her. So that part actually coincides with the story that James Comey gave us under oath. His name is Charles McCullough, and he said he was actually appointed by the Democratic president at the time, Barack Obama, as the Inspector General for the Office of Director of National Intelligence. So this was actually the guy, as you can tell, that was probably pushing back, because everybody except for the Office of Director of National Intelligence at the time, at least so we thought, had been saying that the Russians had probed or had hacked the elections, but the Office of Director of National Intelligence actually was holding back that endorsement of that allegation. So he probably had something to do with it. He said there was personal blowbacks from me to my family and to my office. Now understand something. For those of you who don't know, I am one of the creators of the DNC fraud lawsuit. This is the exact type of threat that Jared had gotten, the exact type of threat that Colin had gotten, Colin O'Brien, which is our co-counsel. This is the exact type of threat that I got whenever I was exposing the Clinton campaign during my investigations while working for the Super PAC Jam PAC. It falls right in line. And if this guy, he said immediately he was Republican troll. His job is threatened, and then he was eventually told that he would be one of the first ones fired when Hillary Clinton became president. So yet again, we're seeing kind of like this power play that the Democrats and the Clintons all try to do, because their jobs are kind of all intersectional. They rely on each other. Not only the Democrats' jobs relied on Clinton getting into office, but some of these reporters, their credentials, keeping their jobs at CNN, MSNBC, all that stuff is intertwined. And this guy, McAuliffe, who was appointed Inspector General, was being threatened for doing his job. Now, I have no reason to not believe him. He's not anonymous. You know, people, MSNBC and all those people love anonymous sources, but when somebody who was an Inspector General who's clearly credible, who was appointed by Barack Obama, is saying, I was threatened. I was threatened in more than one way. My family was shamed. All of a sudden, nobody has anything to say. What a coincidence, right? Not a surprise, though. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Always remember, though, find your balance. Peace.